Hi and welcome to another episode. We are on a grand tour of Spain. Today we will bring you into the heart of Costa Blanca, to Spain's hidden gem nestled along the Mediterranean coast. Alicante is a beautiful coastal city located in the southeastern region of Spain, specifically in the province of Alicante within the autonomous community of Valencia. And it sits on the Costa Blanca, which translates to White Coast, known for its stunning white sandy beaches and clear blue waters. On the map of Spain, Alicante is situated along the Mediterranean Sea, making it a prime destination for beachgoers and sunseekers. It's approximately 165 kilometers south of Valencia, the capital city of the Valencia region. And in terms of size, Alicante covers an area of around 200 square kilometers, encompassing not only the city itself but also its surrounding areas and municipalities. As for population, Alicante has an estimated population of around 335,000 people. Geographically, Alicante boasts a diverse landscape that includes sandy beaches, rugged cliffs, and picturesque mountains. And of course, the iconic Santa Barbara Castle overlooks the city, providing breathtaking panoramic views of Alicante and the surrounding coastline. We start our tour right in the heart of town, near a charming square known as Plaza de la Monita. The square serves as a bustling hub, offering a vibrant atmosphere, with lush greenery and benches, providing a pleasant spot for visitors to relax and enjoy the surroundings. One of the notable features of the square is its central fountain, which serves as a focal point for the plaza. And around it is a mix of historic buildings, shops, boutiques, and since we were around Christmas time, there was a huge nativity set on display, with intricately crafted figurines depicting the scene of the birth of Jesus, along with other characters and elements of the nativity story. Nearby there is the Church of Our Lady of Grace, erected in Alicante post-Civil War. And in 2008, the church underwent renovations that included the addition of sculptures to its facade. Among these sculptures were depictions of Mother Teresa of Calcutta and Saint John Paul II, serving as visual representations of their revered status within the Catholic faith. The city of Alicante experiences a Mediterranean climate, characterized by hot, dry summers and mild, wet winters. And this climate makes Alicante an attractive destination year-round for tourists seeking sunshine and warmth. We were around the tail end of December, right after Christmas. And this morning, the thermometer was showing slightly above 16 degrees Celsius. Alicante is not only known for its natural beauty but also for its rich history and cultural heritage. People have lived in Alicante for a very long time, even since ancient days. Different groups like the Romans and Moors once called it home. And during the Middle Ages, Alicante was an important place ruled by the Moors. They built impressive castles and brought a lot of culture to the city. The Moors constructed fortifications, such as the Santa Barbara Castle, which still dominates the city's skyline today. And in the 13th century, Alicante was reconquered by the Kingdom of Aragon as part of the Christian Reconquista. Thus, the city became part of the Crown of Aragon and later the Kingdom of Spain. This is the co-cathedral of Saint Nicholas of Bari, and a saint who is a revered figure in Christian tradition known for his generosity and miracles. And the cathedral's history dates back to the 17th century when construction began on the original church. While the co-cathedral of Saint Nicholas of Bari is one of the most significant churches in Alicante, it shares its status as a cathedral with the nearby Alicante Cathedral, also known as St. Mary's Cathedral. This unique arrangement makes it a co-cathedral, with both churches serving as seats of the bishopric. In addition to its religious significance, the church's architectural beauty and historical significance attract visitors from around the world who come to admire its art and craftsmanship. In the 18th and 19th centuries, Alicante experienced economic growth fueled by its booming maritime trade and the production of local goods such as wine, olive oil, and textiles. And the city's economy diversified with the arrival of industries such as ceramics and shipbuilding. We are now at the entrance to the old city of Alicante. It was originally enclosed within medieval walls, which have since been demolished, but the layout and character of the area still reflect its ancient origins. The old town is characterized by narrow winding streets, colorful buildings adorned with traditional Spanish balconies, and historic landmarks such as churches, convents, and palaces. And the architecture is a mix of styles, including Baroque, Gothic, and Moorish influences, showcasing the city's diverse cultural heritage. This path ahead of us will lead us to the Castle of Barbara, a fortress perched atop Mount Benacantil offering panoramic views of the city and coastline. The Old Town is a vibrant and bustling neighborhood, home to local residents, shops, and eateries. The path ahead of us will lead us through a fascinating journey that offers stunning views and a glimpse into the city's history. While there is a lift to go up to the castle, we opted to walk up, in order to enjoy the scenic route and to enjoy the sense of adventure. We started to climb from the Plaza del Puente, and we have been greeted so far by a mix of traditional stone steps and modern infrastructure, designed to provide a safe and scenic route for visitors. As we ascend the staircase, we passed through a residential neighborhood nestled against the hillside. And this area is characterized by charming houses, colorful facades, and quaint streets, offering a glimpse into local life in Alicante. We often stopped along the way for some photos, and we realized that this path has been used for centuries by residents and visitors alike, serving as a vital link between the old town and the castle above. Along the staircase path, we are treated to breathtaking views of Alicante's skyline, the Mediterranean Sea, and the surrounding landscape. And it's a perfect opportunity to pause and admire the beauty of the city from above. The houses lining the staircase pathway typically feature traditional Spanish architecture, characterized by whitewashed walls, tiled roofs, and colorful facades. Many of these buildings have been standing for generations, preserving Alicante's cultural heritage. One of the charming features of the houses is their balconies and windows adorned with wrought iron railings and decorative elements. These architectural details add character to the buildings and provide a picturesque backdrop as you ascend the staircase. And along the staircase pathway, you'll often see flower pots and planters adorning the balconies and windowsills of the houses. These bursts of color and greenery contrast beautifully against the white walls, creating a vibrant and inviting atmosphere. The houses are typically painted in a spectrum of cheerful and earthy tones, ranging from bright whites and soft creams to warm yellows, terracottas, and ochres. These colors reflect the Mediterranean climate and add to the picturesque ambience of the neighborhood. The walls of the houses are often made of stucco or plaster, creating a smooth and uniform surface that serves as a canvas for decorative embellishments. Some houses may feature exposed stone or brickwork, adding texture and character to the facades. One of the most enchanting features of the houses is the abundance of flowers and plants that adorn balconies, windowsills, and doorways. Colorful flower pots, hanging baskets, and cascading vines create a lush and inviting atmosphere, infusing the neighborhood with bursts of color and fragrance. The houses are adorned with a variety of decorative details that add charm and personality to the facades. Intricate tilework and carved wooden shutters are common features that enhance the visual appeal of the homes. As we climb higher along the staircase, we were rewarded with stunning views of Alicante's skyline, the Mediterranean Sea, and the surrounding landscape. The elevated vantage point offers panoramic vistas that showcase the city's natural beauty and architectural splendor. From certain vantage points along the staircase pathway, we have the opportunity to admire Alicante's historic old town, with its maze of narrow streets and centuries-old landmarks. The juxtaposition of ancient and modern architecture creates a captivating cityscape that's truly unique to Alicante. While the staircase path offers a scenic and immersive experience, it's important to note that it requires physical exertion to climb. However, for those unable to navigate the stairs, there are alternative routes available, including roads and an elevator, as what we mentioned before. Looking out over Alicante's skyline, we were treated to a picturesque vista of traditional Spanish architecture mingling with modern high-rises. The iconic landmarks of the Old Town, such as the Santa Maria Basilica and the Co-Cathedral of St. Nicholas of Bari, stand out against the backdrop of terracotta rooftops and whitewashed buildings. We have been climbing for a while, however it feels that there is still a long way to go before we reach the top, and reach the castle. Despite that, we were in no hurry to go up. We took our time to enjoy the amazing views and to just breathe in the fresh air all around us. We went through a doorway, and we were greeted by a picturesque landscape that offers a stark contrast to the coastal scenery. In the distance, we could see the majestic mountains and hills that form the backdrop of Alicante's inland landscape. And now we could also see the walls of the castle very clearly. It took us another few steps and we finally reached the castle of Santa Barbara. And this is the main gate. Let us go in and explore. The castle of Santa Barbara has a rich history that dates back over 1,000 years. As we briefly mentioned earlier, it was originally built by the Moors in the 9th century, during their occupation of the Iberian Peninsula. The castle played a strategic role in defending the city of Alicante and controlling maritime trade routes along the Mediterranean coast. The castle is a sprawling complex that covers the summit of Mount Benacantil, and it features a series of fortified walls, towers, and battlements, which were constructed and expanded upon by various civilizations over the centuries. One of the highlights of visiting Santa Barbara Castle is the breathtaking panoramic views it offers of Alicante and the surrounding coastline. And from the castle's elevated vantage point, visitors can enjoy sweeping vistas of the cityscape, the Mediterranean Sea, and the picturesque mountains and hillsides beyond. The Castle of Santa Barbara is not only a symbol of Alicante's military history but also a cultural heritage site that preserves the region's architectural and archaeological treasures. But it also houses a museum that showcases artifacts and exhibits related to the castle's history, as well as temporary exhibitions and cultural events. Notable architectural elements of the castle include the Tower of Homage, the Torretta, also known as the Small Tower, and the Bastion of Bon Repose. We are around 165 meters above sea level, and from this vantage point, we have a sweeping view of Alicante's bay and surrounding landscapes. In fact, we can see the entirety of Alicante's coastline and even the inland areas. Bronze Age, Iberian, and Roman artifacts have been discovered on the slopes of the mountain where Santa Barbara Castle stands. On December 4, 1248, the castle was captured by Castilian forces. It was later named after Saint Barbara, whose feast day coincided with the castle's recapture from the Arabs. The Aragonese conquered it in 1296 under James II of Aragon's reign, leading to its reconstruction. And subsequent reconstructions were overseen by Peter IV of Aragon, Charles I of Spain, and Philip II of Spain. Throughout history, the castle endured attacks and bombardments. In the 18th century, its military role declined, and it was occasionally used as a prison. The castle remained abandoned until 1963 when it was opened to the public. And elevators have since been installed inside the mountain for easier access, with a small fee for usage. Guided tours are available for a nominal fee, and there are refreshments and amenities available at and near the summit. The castle is organized into 3 main sections. The lower area, where the parking lot is located, is the first main area of the castle. This area dates back to the 18th century and is home to the Revelin del Bon Repose. The second area, the intermediate enclosure, was completed in 1580. And this section contains important rooms such as the Felipe II Hall and the former core of the troop. And we are currently inside the troop barracks. It is also where you can find images depicting the different stages of construction of the castle at different periods in time. And it's the castle's history that will captivate you most. A lot can happen in 1,200 years. Officially declared a historical artistic monument and asset of cultural interest in 1961, Santa Barbara Castle is one of the most well-known landmarks in Alicante, and the most visited. And as we ascend higher, We are slowly making our way towards the third and final section, also known as the turret. This area is the tallest and houses the oldest part of the fortress, known as the Tower of Tribute. And it contains remnants dating back to the 11th to 13th centuries, including the bastion of the English and various facilities like Engineers Park, the Noble Room, which was formerly a hospital, as well as the Governor's House. Santa Barbara Castle is steeped in legends and tales, ranging from the fantastical to the extraordinary, like the instance when French troops detonated the mine. These stories demonstrate that reality can be more astonishing than fiction. The best way to experience a multitude of these narratives firsthand is probably by joining one of the guided tours of the castle, delving into centuries of grandeur, conflicts, skirmishes, romances, and exiles. The highest section of this area is called Macho del Castillo, and this translates to the stronghold of the castle, meaning that it is the highest esplanade within Santa Barbara Castle. This area holds historical significance as it once housed the citadel, a fortified area within the castle complex. As the highest point of the castle, Macho del Castillo offers panoramic views of Alicante and its surrounding landscape, including the Mediterranean Sea. Here, we can truly appreciate the strategic importance of this location, which provided a commanding position for overseeing the city and its defenses. Today, Macho del Castillo serves as a popular vantage point for tourists and locals alike, offering a unique perspective of Alicante's history and natural beauty. It is an ideal spot to take in the breathtaking scenery and learn more about the castle's role in Alicante's rich cultural heritage. Before we continue, let us take a moment to enjoy the fruit of our hard work, climbing on foot all the way from the Old Town, a climb that effectively lasted us hours. And if you found our journey through Alicante's historic pathways and scenic views captivating, then make sure to subscribe to our channel. By hitting that subscribe button and turning on notifications with the bell icon, you'll never miss out on our latest travel adventures, tips, and hidden gems. Now that we are at the highest point of Alicante, let us take some photographs for memories before we head down. And this time around, we are going to use the elevator to go down. The elevator offers an accessible option for visitors who may find it challenging to climb the staircase or prefer a quicker way to reach the castle. And we will use it to go down as it exits directly onto the Posta Gay Beach. Posta Gay Beach is one of the most popular and iconic beaches in Alicante, as it is located right in the heart of town, adjacent to the city centre and the historic Old Town. And once out of the elevator, just cross the road, and you are at the beach, a beach that boasts golden sands and crystal clear waters, at the same time, allowing for a picturesque setting to relax and soak up the Mediterranean sun. With its calm waters and gentle waves, Posta Gay Beach is ideal for swimming and water activities. And to ensure a comfortable beach experience, you will find facilities such as showers, restrooms, sunbed rentals, and beachside bars and restaurants. On this December afternoon, the water was freezing cold, and even I would not dare to swim in it. The beach is easily accessible by foot, bicycle, or public transportation, with nearby parking available for those arriving by car. Additionally, the promenade along the beach provides wheelchair access and is suitable for strollers and pedestrians of all ages. Stretching along the sandy shores of the beach, the promenade offers stunning views of both the castle of Santa Barbara and the sparkling blue sea. The contrast between the ancient fortress and the modern skyline creates a captivating scene that's perfect for photography enthusiasts. We were walking in the direction of the marina and port of Alicante. The square that is located right at the intersection of several major thoroughfares and that separates the port area from the beach area is known as La Porta de la Mar, and it is easily recognized by the unique fountain located in the middle of the square, known as the Plaza del Mar Fountain. Located in the square are also several monuments, and among them is the monument that paid tribute to the soldiers who served as replacements in the Spanish military during the 20th century. We are now at the Port Esplanade, another picturesque promenade that stretches along the waterfront and runs parallel to the marina and the port. Lined with towering palm trees and dotted with benches, the promenade is also a hub of activity, especially during the summer months when it comes alive with street performers and vendors selling crafts and local delicacies. This is a monument, known as the bust of the captain of the Stanbrook, Archibald Dixon. And he was the captain of the Stanbrook, a British ship that played a crucial role in aiding refugees during the Spanish Civil War. These small steps leading down to the port area are called the Queen's Staircase. And the statue in the water is known as the Return of Icarus with his surfing wing. It seems to refer to a modern interpretation or artistic representation of the Greek mythological figure Icarus, who famously flew too close to the sun with wings made of feathers and wax. The best way to explore the port area is, of course, to take a boat cruise. It is also a good way to relax and enjoy a well-deserving break, especially if you have been walking for hours. From the deck of the boat, you will enjoy panoramic views of the coastline, including the iconic castle of Santa Barbara. And you will also see the bustling activity of the port itself, with its fishing boats, yachts, and cargo ships. There are several boat cruises that offer additional activities to enhance your experience, such as swimming stops, snorkeling, or even paddleboarding. But for us, we chose the basic one, just a 45 minutes tour of the harbor. And we sat in a shaded area, where we have the opportunity to enjoy the tranquil ambience of the Mediterranean. The harbor of Alicante serves as a vital gateway for international trade, facilitating the import and export of goods to and from Spain. It handles a diverse range of cargo, including containers, bulk commodities, and refrigerated goods. And the port's strategic location on the Mediterranean coast positions it as an important logistics hub, connecting Spain with markets in Europe, North Africa, and beyond. Alicante's harbor has a long tradition of fishing, and the local fishing fleet plays a significant role in supplying fresh seafood to markets both locally and regionally. And the port provides facilities for fish processing and storage, as well as for the sale and distribution of fish and seafood products. The harbor supports a variety of maritime services and activities, including ship repair and maintenance, vessel bunkering, pilotage, and maritime logistics. Running just parallel to the harbor and also located along the waterfront, is perhaps one of the most famous promenade of Alicante. And it is known as the Passage de l'Esplanada, or simply referred to as La Explanada. It stretches between the port of Alicante and the Canalejas Park. And it runs parallel to the Mediterranean Sea, offering stunning views of the coast. The promenade is characterized by its distinctive mosaic pavement, which features a wave-like pattern created using over 6 million marble tiles in red, cream, and black colors. The design is inspired by the waves of the sea and is one of the most recognizable features of Alicante. The promenade is lined with majestic palm trees, providing shade and adding to the picturesque ambience of the area. And it is dotted with cafes, bars, and restaurants offering a variety of dining options, from traditional Spanish cuisine to international fare. Many of these establishments feature outdoor terraces where patrons can dine al fresco while enjoying views of the sea. And since it was around Christmas time, a market was set up along the promenade, featuring local artisans, craftsmen, and vendors selling a wide range of products, including handmade crafts, jewelry, clothing, accessories, artwork, souvenirs, and locally sourced food and produce. As you walk along the promenade, you will notice several monuments, artworks, and statues. This is one of them. It is known as Monument Canalejas. It commemorates the memory of José Canalejas, who was a prominent Spanish politician and Prime Minister of Spain from 1910 until his assassination in 1912. It consists of a bronze statue of José Canalejas mounted on a pedestal, surrounded by ornate architectural elements. The monument is located in a square that marks the entrance of Park Canalejas. The park covers an area of approximately 16,000 square meters, therefore around 4 acres, and is characterized by its shaded walkways and manicured gardens. It features winding pathways that meander through the park, creating a tranquil and inviting atmosphere. From the park, we made a right turn to join Dr. Gadia Avenue, which runs from the heart of the city towards the northwest. From there, we then made a left turn into Avenida Maisonave. This is one of the main shopping areas in Alicante, also a bustling street lined with a variety of shops, boutiques, and department stores. Here, you can find both Spanish and international brands, offering everything from fashion and accessories to electronics and homeware. We spent an hour or so there, browsing different department stores. And before we knew it, night fell. Spaniards have a rich tradition of enjoying nightlife and socializing late into the night. In Alicante, this cultural tradition is embraced, with locals and tourists alike venturing out to enjoy the city's vibrant nightlife offerings. We decided to have dinner in one of the best restaurants of Alicante. Manero is a refined and sophisticated tapas bar, dedicated to preserving the essence of traditional tapas from the gastronomic culture, complemented by a wine bar featuring over 40 wines from across Spain. The ambience inside the restaurant is described as elegant and sophisticated, while evoking the charm and splendor of the early 20th century. We were amazed by the level of service, the setting of the place, the musical atmosphere, all of these aspects, adding to the overall experience of dining and socializing at the establishment. Our host knew virtually everything about olive oils and about wines. It is one of those places where excellence and attention to detail make you wish that time would not pass. And to be perfectly honest, we had one of these dinner nights that you never forget. We ordered several dishes, and we had ourselves a little feast. And it is also the perfect spot to sit down and reflect about Alicante. It is a city that effortlessly weaves together its vibrant history, stunning landmarks, and breathtaking views to create an unforgettable experience for visitors. And from its ancient castle to its beautiful churches, bustling ports, and picturesque coastline, every corner of Alicante tells a story of centuries past and present-day charm. And when it comes to culinary delights, Manero Alicante stands out as the cherry on top of the cake, offering a taste of traditional tapas and a wine bar experience that perfectly complements the city's rich gastronomic culture. Subscribe to our channel for more travel inspiration and tips on exploring the wonders of Alicante and beyond. And join us on this grand tour as we uncover the beauty and excitement of one of Spain's most enchanting destinations.